when I'm presenting, if something comes up and you need to ask, don't raise your hand, okay? If you raise it, you will be raising your hand for a long time. Do you know why?
Yes.
Why? Tell me, you said yes.
Oh, wait, you blocked the light, and you don't know that who's raising their hand.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, if you're in the blind school over across the street.
Okay, great, thank you. Anyone else? Why would you be raising your hand for a long time if you don't speak up?
You couldn't see it.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you. And absolutely, it's perfectly okay to say, you know, Buna, you can't see or you are blind. It's perfectly fine. As you see, I have this white cane. That means I'm blind. I walk, I travel with this cane because you can, you know, when you are walking up and down the street or in the hallway, you can see what's in front of you. But if I drop this cane and try to walk, probably I look like a clown. Because I will be running into things, I will bump into poles, and that won't be fun because I will get hurt. So I walk around with a cane. As I walk, the cane is always in front of me, so I can find things what's in front of me, so I know how to maneuver around, so I protect my body. And also this cane gives me freedom and independence. That's why if you have a question, you know something, if you raise your hand, don't raise it, okay? Let it rest. But speak up, and so that I can answer your question. As Connie said, I was born and raised in Nepal. I have been blind since birth. I came to the United States 17 years ago. Last Friday, September 14th, was exactly 17 years. I have stepped into the United States soil and have been here since then. I know many of you are from other parts of the world. Is it fun to be here? Is it different? How is it? Is it scary? What is it?
It's difficult.
It's difficult. I can understand that. Anyone else?
It's like fun also.
It's fun also.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. We have more freedom, don't we?
No, like describe another country, another
Yes.
traditional.
Absolutely. It's fun to learn new things. Anyone else? Is it scary?
No, little bit.
Little bit. Exactly. You know, I can totally understand what all of you are saying because I was in your shoes. Even though I have lived in this country for 17 years, that doesn't mean I know everything. I am learning something new about this culture, about the country every single day because life is all about learning. But when we first come here and learning the language, learning the culture, it can be very scary. It can be difficult. At the same time, it can be fun too. Let me tell you, when I came to this country 17 years ago, I did not know much English at all. All of you speak English well. I'm impressed. And I was at the Overbrook School for the Blind, an international program. I was learning English language, ESL. I'm sure all of you are familiar with that. Yes?
Yes.
And remember, don't shake your head. If you do, I won't know. So speak up. And also I was learning how to use computers as a blind person. We blind people use computers with speech. And I came to the US in September. Part of my program, we also had to participate in a swimming course. You know what? Growing up in Nepal, I had never been in the swimming pool. I had never even put a swimming suit, you know, bathing suit in me. Because teenage girls in Nepal, we don't do those kind of things. Because the culture I grew up, it's pretty close, especially for women. I mean, as we grow older, we don't even wear mini skirts. In Nepal, it's different, and I'm sure many of you can relate to that. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So I was in the, you know, I had to participate in the swimming course, and as I said, I had never swum before, so I was learning how to swim. For 3 months, I would be in the swimming pool, and my teacher asked me to kick my feet. He would say kick, but for the 3 months, I thought he said kiss. And I would stand on the edge of the pool and not act upon his request. I would just stood there and then not do anything and would wonder, why is he asking me kiss? And it was right after Thanksgiving. Many of you know Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Yes. Thanksgiving, we all have that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. And Saturday morning, I woke up and I realized, oh my God, my teacher meant to kick my feet but not to kiss. And I said, thank you, God. I didn't act what I thought he said. I felt so relieved. That's the first time I felt like at least I am learning the language. And I'm sure many of you have that kind of experiences, or maybe a little bit different. But when that light, hits you in your mind, in your heart, you understand something and say, aha, I got it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Mm.
So, even though it can be difficult, it can be scary, but you know what? Don't quit trying. Keep learning. If you don't understand, don't be afraid to ask your teacher. Or even after the class, my teacher may think, oh, she just asked too many questions. But teachers love when the students ask questions. And if you feel a little bit like I'm just taking too much time, at the end of the class, just say, you know what, do you mind explaining it to me again in simple words? And I know, I was a teacher and I'm still a teacher. When the students come to me and say, can you explain it to me again? I love that more than anything else. I want the students to walk out with understanding rather than coming back next week and say, I didn't know what you said. Isn't that right, Susan?
Yes.
Thank you.